guys, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my October TBR. So, we're a couple days into October already, but I just thought that I would go ahead and get this out of the way. I only have a couple of books that I plan on trying to get during the spooky months. Mostly this is due to the fact that if you watched my last vlog that was posted a couple of weeks ago, we had a trip home. We have another trip home coming up. So we've been doing a lot of traveling. This is it for a while because we have a baby coming, but this is another trip, and it's going to take away from some of the reading time that I generally have. So I only have 3 books that I plan on putting onto this October TBR. The rest of it I'm just going to try and get as much of in as I can when I can. But yeah, without any further ado, let's just jump right into it. So in terms of spooky, I decided I would pick up The Woman in the Library by Solari Gentle. I hope I'm saying that correctly. This was I think it's like a suspense type of mystery thriller set in a library. This was sent to me by Unplugged Bookbox several months ago, and I honestly have been wanting to read it ever since, but I've been saving it until October. I am so into fall this year. I know that all of you guys may or may not be able to relate, but I'm so into finally cooler weather and changing leaves and warm drinks and cozy clothes. I have been so prepared to just have sweaters and boots and all of that stuff. It's time. It's been too hot where I live. So, I'm just going to read the synopsis for you guys because I don't really know that I actually remember what this is about specifically, and they're obviously going to say it better than I will. The ornate reading room at the Boston Public Library is quiet until the tranquility is shattered by a woman's terrified scream. Security guards take charge immediately, instructing everyone inside to stay put until the threat is identified and contained. While they wait for the all-clear, 4 strangers, who happen to sit at the same table, pass the time in conversation and friendships are struck. Each has his or her own reasons for being in the reading room that morning. It just happens that one is a murderer. So, obviously, the vibes are perfect for October. Honestly, I have been wanting to read a few more thrillers and mysteries and so on and so forth, so perfect. Next is a book that has hit my TBRs several times since I received it. It is The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. The difference is this time I finally have, I think, either an ebook or an audiobook of this, so I'm not just forced to read my Fairy Loot edition, and you guys know what this is about. I really don't have to elaborate, I'm sure. I do plan on reading it this month just because I did get a loan for, I don't remember if it's the ebook or the audiobook, guys, but I got it from the library, so I have a little bit more access to it than I did before, and this is on the list for this month. I might try and read it while we're in the car on the drive home. I'm not really sure. We'll see. But yeah, I've been wanting to read this for a long time, as evidenced by the fact that I keep putting it into these videos, and I just keep pushing it to the side, and I don't really have a reason for why that keeps happening. But Dark Academia, perfect for Halloween, perfect for fall, perfect for spooky vibes, so I'm finally planning on getting to it this month. The last book that I picked up is The Legends of Vox Machina, Origins? Yeah, Critical Role Vox Machina Origins. This is obviously based off of Critical Role's Vox Machina campaign. If you guys have seen the Amazon Prime TV show, it's fantastic. The campaign itself that they have streaming on the Critical Role YouTube channel is really entertaining to watch as well. I did fall off of watching it probably not long after I started doing so, but I really wanted this. I had it on my wish list, and my friend Lauren from over at Lighting Lavender was nice enough to send this to me for my birthday. So this doesn't particularly give me any fall vibes, but I really just wanted to get to it, and I wanted a graphic novel that would be short and easy to get through. So yeah, probably the shortest TBR video that you're ever gonna watch. I mean, I've literally only been talking for approximately 5 minutes. I do have a couple of things that I wanted to mention. First is I am gonna try and prioritize some arcs that I have. I do have some that have a couple of witchier vibes. I just don't know what they are yet, and I don't want to put too much pressure on myself since it's gonna be a busy month for us. So I'm planning on getting to a couple of arcs. The only one that I can think of right now is called The Vanishing Hour by Laura Griffin. It is romantic suspense. I'm already 80% of the way through it. It is October 2nd. So I'll be talking to you guys more about that in my wrap-up, but it didn't feel right to put it in my TBR since I'm almost done with it already. But it is a romantic suspense. If you guys remember, I read Midnight Dunes by Laura Griffin several months back. I had an arc of it, and I received an e-arc of this from the publisher as well. And I'm loving it. Laura Griffin has rapidly become one of my new favorite romantic suspense authors, right up there with Karen Rose. So I think I'm going to try and get through some more of her backlist because I've really enjoyed the 2 that I've read so far. Well, 1.5 that I've read so far. So maybe I'll try and look up some more Laura Griffin to read this month. Coven, I think, is another option for me. It's a graphic novel that I was sent an arc of that I am really interested in. Also has some witchy vibes. Those are the only 2 that I can think of off the top of my head, but I do want to prioritize some arcs. The other reason that I'm probably going to be a little bit busier this month is I'm planning on doing NaNoWriMo in November. I know that I talked about it when I had first started my channel back in 2020, and I did try to participate in 2020, and I failed abysmally. Do I think I'm going to do any better this year? One can always hope. I always like to try NaNoWriMo. I haven't actually won since 2016, so take all of that with a grain of salt. The difference this year is that I woke up the other day with a very weirdly vivid dream, and it was the perfect idea for my NaNoWriMo project this year. Literally, I woke up, put a note in my phone, said a little prayer that it was actually going to be as good of an idea as it seemed like to waking me as it did to sleeping me, and it's not bad. So I think I'm gonna go off of that. I actually already have most of the story beats plotted out already, which is weird for me. I'm a mix of a plotter and a planner. I do tend to fall in the middle. I like to have an idea and then just kind of go from there. This time, I worked out the majority of the story. I am missing some key elements, however, so I do want to spend the rest of October just kind of fleshing that out all before I start on November 1st. But yeah, that is all of my plans for the month of October. I am going to be doing NaNoWriMo. I am going to be working on reading some of the arcs that I have to try and catch up because your girl has been very, very behind on the arc situation pretty much since we found out we were pregnant. It does things to your head, and you just can't focus on anything. So that's it for this video today, guys. It's pretty short and sweet. Let me know in the comments what you guys are thinking about reading in the month of October. Are you reading anything super spooky? Do you have any good recommendations for somebody that's really looking for those vibes? Keep in mind that I am a wimp, so, like, I can't go full horror. I can't go anything too, like, terrifying, but, like, I'm definitely good with some, like, creepy or, like, witchy vibes, anything like that. Send those recommendations my way. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because it really does help out my channel. Also down there are my Goodreads, my Twitter, and my Instagram links in case you guys wanted to follow me on any of those. That's it for me today, guys, so I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye!